What's up, everybody? Jesse here with Fretslayer, okay? So today, it's my first YouTube video, by the way. Real quick, we're gonna go through this bad boy right here. Adam Jones, 1979 Les Paul Standard, okay? Now, I want to give you some important details that a lot of people are missing, all right? And I'm gonna share those at the end of the video, so stay tuned, okay? So we're gonna go through the things I like about it, go through some sounds, and then the things that I don't like about it at the very end, okay? So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are. No fluff, just a very simple review, okay? Only things that you need to know. I am obviously a Les Paul fan. I'm an Adam Jones fan, but not so much that I need to like own his guitar or anything like that. I'm not that big of a fanboy, but I did get my hands on this guitar for a few reasons. One, because of functionality. I feel like Gibson did some really cool things on this guitar that they haven't done on many other models. First being a standard with ebony fretboard, right? So ebony is my favorite wood on the fretboard. I think it sounds the best. I think it looks the best. And obviously I think it had to be a dark rosewood or either ebony on this fretboard, given the paint scheme being silver burst, okay? It's a rock machine, right? Guys probably aren't buying this guitar to play jazz, right? So we're gonna go through primarily rock riffs, but I think it does most things pretty well. You can get some good clean tones out of it. One of the things I like, they added a volute here, which apparently will enhance the, this guy right here. It'll enhance the strength of the neck, right? So you should have smaller odds of that nasty Gibson headstock break, knock on wood. It hasn't happened to me yet, but apparently it'll happen out there in the wild, okay? So be careful with your guitars, right? I think the pickups sound great. The custom bucker's fantastic. I actually swapped this out for a Sir Doug Aldrich, so you're not hearing this, the normal pickup that would normally be in here. That's wound by Gibson. But this is the Doug Aldrich pickup. It's the best fucking Les Paul pickup out there. It's filthy, cleans up nice. It's just killer. Doug's the man. Anyways, grab one if you have not yet. One of my favorite things about this guitar is its solid body, okay? There is no weight relief in this thing. I feel like some people think that the hollowing of the body will make it sound more resonant. I think it makes it sound cheap, right? A good piece of wood will vibrate throughout if you strike it acoustically, right? I could feel this thing ringing through the neck, through the body. This is a resonant piece of wood. And they would claim that, the modern weight relief will spare the backs of the player. People like to complain about heavy Les Pauls. That's for another discussion. My point is they somehow were able to capture a solid piece of mahogany and a maple cap, and it's still only 9.2 pounds. So they're probably gathering good pieces of wood that are lighter, maybe more resonant naturally, to put in these bad boys rather than cutting a bunch of holes in shitty wood and sealing it with a maple cap, okay? So there's a plus there. My other favorite thing about this guitar, let me plug it in real quick. This is some of the best volume taper I've ever heard on a guitar. I don't know what kind of special sauce is going on here, but check this out. Okay, it's down on 1. I know many of you probably own guitars where you turn it all the way off and you start rolling it up, and it's like not till 4, then all of a sudden this big surge of volume. No, this thing is like, it's on 1 right now. Okay, now. Okay, that's a huge plus for me. I love that. It does that on all the knobs, both volumes, both tones, super linear swells up and down. Lots of usable tones, in my opinion. When I'm playing live, or if I'm looking for like, cleaner in-between tones, I love to just capture it with a little bit of a volume roll off like the old school guys did, instead of stomping on the ground all the time. I think it's a good place to find lots of usable tones in these knobs that Gibson so kindly supplied for us. all 4 of them. Use your knobs, kids. Anyways, so moving on. The rest of it's like standard Les Paul nonsense. Oh, this is snake oil. They're marketing a contoured heel, which is going to enhance the upper fret access. Well, I've owned a lot of Les Pauls. That's bullshit, because this thing is a big clunky monster, just like all the other ones that I've ever played. So I think that's snake oil on Gibson's part. Either way, you buy the Les Paul because you love the Les Paul, and you just learn how to deal with this clunky monster, and you pray that if you got to go up to fret 22, you figure it out. Anyways, so no reprieve there, folks. Bad news. All right. Okay, real quick, we're going to run through some sound samples because there's a million other of those right now. Granted, remember, this is the Sir Doug Aldrich, not the thing that it came with. I don't even know what it's called. Okay. Love this pickup, though. Okay, so we'll start with some clean tones. All right. Clean neck. Okay, middle. Bridge. Third tones all the way up. Okay, bridge, that was your bridge, middle. All right, neck pickup. Little delay on the dirt. Everything felt great until I went. Feels like there's a weight. Don't do it. Okay, all right, so now I'm in drop D real quick. Just for you people that are gonna freak out if I don't play a tool riff, here's a tool riff for you. What I think will showcase this the best is the patient. It's that nice volume roll, okay? This is, you know, Adam Jones to the T. Okay, let's talk about the things I don't like. There's not many things I don't like, but there's one thing that's just catastrophic in my opinion, okay? And I think they totally blew it. Anyways, things I don't like. So I don't like it when you market a, you know, a contoured heel that's supposed to get you better fret access, and it's just the same freaking neck joint that's on every other Gibson Les Paul, and it sucks. It is what it is, man. It's you know, anything, you know, beyond fret number 17 starts getting a little squirrely, especially if you got little mitts like this guy here. Aww. You know, what are you going to do about that? What else I don't like? Could have come with some strap locks, $3,000 price point, brand new. Why would it not come with strap locks, in my opinion? But that's for another discussion. And Gibson, look, man, they're at the point where they can just charge whatever the hell they want because people buy these guitars. And I don't get the sense that they're hurting. I don't know. I mean, they're charging a lot of money. People are buying these guitars, you know. And as much as I would love to have a Les Paul custom, this is probably the next best thing, right? Hear me out now. The worst part of this damn guitar right here. Ready for it? Drum roll. The frets suck. Okay? Now, what do I mean by that? I don't mean that the frets aren't there or the fret work is bad. The frets are so fucking small, right? These are like, I mean, they're called medium jumbo, but they're tiny. They're so tiny that, you know, if you're just doing like, you know, if you're just doing riffs and stuff like that, it's going to do just fine. But here's where they suck. You want to play some bendy wendies, some boomer bends, right? Okay, it's hard to bend, right? It's not because the frets aren't polished. My action is set up just the way I would on any other Les Paul. I've set up many of these things. I'm pretty good at that part now. These things are small. They're so small that when you dig in, these guys, your finger is on the fretboard. So your finger is dragging across. Hear that? It's dragging across the fretboard, which is insane to me, right? If tiny little frets are your thing, you're going to love this guitar, right? But if you need a fret dressing or a crown soon because you like this guitar, you're going to play it a lot, it's going to be, there's nothing to work with. You're going to have to refret this thing soon. So for that reason alone, I'm going to sell this guitar. I love everything about it, but I got to go in another $600-700 to have it refretted, and in some cases even more, to get the kind of fretwork that I want on it. That's insane to me. Gibson should have given you a better fret to work with, in my opinion. Okay, this might come with some hate. That's fine. Bring the hate. Tell me what you think. Okay, but let's be honest. This is a rock player's guitar. This is not, you know, people aren't buying this to play jazz and all that stuff. They want rock, right? They're going to be playing rock riffs with this monster. They want big bends with big wide vibrato. It should feel effortless. That is not the case. It feels stiff, especially on the high E. Should not feel like that, in my opinion. That is just a catastrophic fail on Gibson's part. I'm super bummed by that. Okay, so no one has mentioned this in other videos. I'm only seeing it on one forum where people were talking about it, and nobody really had any feedback. I think what's happening here is like people are just so hard on the fact that, you know, yeah, I got an Adam Jones guitar. It looks freaking amazing, and it really does. And my heart wants to love everything about this guitar. I want to keep it really bad until I play this damn high E. And maybe you're listening, you're going, oh, that doesn't sound that bad, bro. Well, I'm telling you, it's uncomfortable. It sucks. It's not inspiring. I know this guitar is going to sit in its case unless I refret it, which is stupid. I'm going to refret a brand new guitar. I mean, maybe I'm nuts. Maybe that's just me. Maybe people are like, oh, dude, just put some big fret wear on it, call it good. Not me, dude. For the price you pay for this thing, it should come fucking turnkey. It's not turnkey. Huge issue. Not to mention, you know, it's like, you know, Gibson Les Paul. Adam doesn't even play standards, right? So what is this a recreation of? A 70s standard? It's certainly not a 70s custom. You know, Gibson, give your players some fucking frets. Give your players some fret to work with. That way, you know, there's something to recrown in the future. But maybe this is just the kind of instrument where it's a novelty. It's a novelty. People just want to have it to be a collector. It's going to sit in a case. Maybe I'm an idiot for selling this thing, you know, starting tomorrow, and in 10 years it's worth $5,000 or something like that. I have no idea. But I am more curious now about what this Epiphone 1979 Les Paul looks like, feels like, all that good stuff. I'm going to get my hands on it. I'm going to do a follow-up review comparing it to this bad boy, and I'll let you know. Okay? So all I ask is if you like what you see and you're entertained by my goofy ass, please hit that like button, subscribe. Come along with me on this journey of guitar nerdery. Okay? Let's do this together. See you later. Bye-bye.